She once had a voice that could calm storms. That her laughter echoed through the hills. But for 7 long years, Adan, the widow of Obina, had not spoken a single word. Not even to her 2 small children, Chike and Amora. She smiled, she walked, she prayed, but her lips never moved. The villagers called her the silent widow. Some said she was cursed. Others said she was holy. No one knew that her silence was not a punishment. It was a promise. The sky broke open with thunder the night everything changed. Obina, her husband, stumbled home drunk from the palm wine tapper's hut. His anger was loud, his heart heavy with envy and bitterness. "You hide food from me," he roared. "You think you are better than me because you went to school?" Adan tried to calm him. "Obina, please, the children are asleep." But rage burned his eyes. He struck her. In that moment, something inside Adan snapped. Her pain turned into fury, and in her weakness, she shouted, "May your tongue rot before you ever speak again to me." Lightning split the sky. A loud crack followed. Before dawn, Obina was dead, his tongue black and twisted. Adan wept beside his body until her tears turned to dust. Her hands trembled as she remembered the words she spoke. The priestess Mama Ebo arrived, her white wrappers glowing in the morning light. "The gods have heard your anger," she said. "Your words carried the weight of your pain. This is the price of a tongue unguarded." From that moment, Adan vowed before the ancestors, never to speak again. She tied a piece of white cloth around her mouth and began her silent life. Her children grew learning her language of gestures. When she wanted them to eat, she clapped twice. When she wanted them to pray, she tapped her chest. She smiled often but cried at night. Little Amara would crawl onto her lap and ask, "Mama, why don't you talk like other mothers?" Adan would only draw a heart on Amora's palm and kiss her forehead. The neighbors pitied them. Some mocked them. But her children loved her fiercely, even in silence. Years passed. The silent woman became a tale on people's lips. Some said her silence gave her power, that she could hear the spirit speak. Others warned children not to go near her hut after dark. One day, a rich trader, Chief Madu, accused her of witchcraft because his young barn had spoiled after she refused to greet him. The elders summoned her to the village square. But Adan said nothing. She knelt in silence. When the priestess arrived, she said, "Her silence is her repentance. Leave her to the gods." And so they did. But fear wrapped around Adan like a second skin. One morning, Adan's son Chike returned from the river, coughing violently. His skin burned with fever. Mama Ebo examined him and shook her head. "This sickness has no cure except the prayer of the mother's tongue. It must be spoken by your own mother, aloud 3 times before sunrise." Adan's heart froze. Her vow of silence clashed with the life of her son. She wrote in the dust, "If I speak, someone will die." The priestess replied, "If you stay silent, your child will die. Choose your curse." That night, Adan knelt beside her son's mat, trembling. She touched his forehead. His breath was fading. Her daughter Amara wept beside her. The wind howled outside, like voices of spirits urging her. She looked up to the stars and whispered in her heart, "Ancestors, forgive me if I speak again." Her voice cracked for the first time in 7 years. "Chike," she breathed. "My son, live." And at that moment, the oil lamp flickered, and the boy gasped for air. As Chike recovered, Adam fell into a deep sleep. In her dream, she found herself standing at the edge of a vast river, the river of voices. A masked spirit rose from the water, its mask half gold, half ash. It spoke in thunderous tones. "Your words once killed. But tonight, they gave life. You have paid your debt." When she woke, her mouth was no longer bound. The white cloth had fallen to the floor. A gentle breeze whispered through her window, freedom. The next morning, Adan's voice returned, soft but steady. Her children ran to her when they heard her singing for the first time in years. Her song echoed through Umidike like sunlight breaking through rain. Words are seeds, some grow flowers, some grow thorns. Guard your tongue, for it shapes your dawn. Villagers gathered, weeping. Even those who mocked her knelt and asked for blessings. Mama Ebo smiled and said, "The tongue that once cursed has now healed." Adan became a healer. People came from far villages to listen to her prayers and songs. But she never forgot her vow. She spoke only when words could heal, never when they could harm. She told her children, "Anger is a storm that destroys its own house first." And whenever quarrels broke out in the village, her gentle voice ended them. Her silence had once been her prison, now, it was her wisdom. Years later, when Adan was old and her hair silver as moonlight, a drought struck Umidike. The sky refused to rain. Crops withered. Children cried. The villagers begged her, "Mother Adan, speak to the sky for us. Only your words can bring rain." She raised her hands to heaven and sang, "Sky above, open your heart. Let your tears bless the land once more. For the tongue that once cursed, now blesses." Thunder rumbled. Rain poured. The villagers danced, singing her name. That day, the heavens confirmed it, the woman who once silenced herself had become the voice of blessings. Moral: our words are living spirits. Once spoken, they walk before us, shaping our world. Speak kindness, even when in pain, for one word can build or destroy a destiny.